money that's been contributed here in Angola has gone to 300,000 bed nets. And those 300,000 bed nets have saved close to 1 million lives. For $10, you can actually make a huge difference.
Mosquito free.
Malaria no more. The future of Africa is right here. No mass malaria. No.
Just say today, because you're standing in the middle of a doorway.
We're back with Ryan, Simon, Ellen, Randy, and Kara talking about Idol Gives Back. Wednesday night on Fox, 5 charities and many people around the world are going to benefit. Children's Health Fund, Feeding America, Malaria No More, Save the Children, and the United Nations Foundation. You want more information, go to cnn.com/Larry King. How did this idea start, Ryan?
I think this was Simon Fuller's idea, who created American Idol, and we've done this now. This is our 3rd time doing the show, and it's raised over $140 million for different charities in the U.S. and around the world, which I believe is more than any other television event.
How does it work, Randy?
Basically, I mean, we all go out to different areas and, you know, the charities that we support with the show. And I think that over the last year, we didn't do one because we felt it wasn't really right with the economy being where it was. So this year we brought it back. And I think we were probably happy that we brought it back.
You go and visit the people you help?
Yeah, I went down to Mississippi. You saw Kara there in Africa. Simon went to Arizona.
I went this morning to Monrovia to the food bank to Feeding America.
I went to Seattle to interview Bill Gates and Melinda Gates about what they're doing globally. And we, of course, 2 years ago went to Kenya together.
To Kenya, yeah.
And,
Let's break them down. Children's Health Fund, what is that?
Children's Health Fund, which one is that the one that you went?
No, that's not what I did, but I think Children's Health Fund was the
singer-songwriter
the
Paul
singer-songwriter
Simon.
Paul Simon.
He founded it, and it helps for pediatric care.
That's one of the groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you've got Malaria No More, obviously, which is a big one. That's one that
I thought we wiped out malaria.
We eradicated it here, but not in other parts of the country or other parts of the world. But it can be eradicated, and that's what's amazing. I think that Bill and Melinda are 100% behind the eradication of it and have the resources to do it.
What's Feeding America?
Feeding America is something I just learned about recently, and I went down this morning. David Arquette is involved. I think he's the chairman. It was called Second Harvest. They renamed it Feeding America. And it's in the last few years, it's amazing that you assume that the people that are hungry in our country are people who are homeless, and that is not the case. With the recession, there are a lot of people. I'm in a family. This guy is a 8th grade math teacher, and his wife stays home and takes care of their 3 kids, all under the age of 5, and amazing family, and he's a teacher and can't afford to feed his family. So he has a roof over his head but can't feed them, so he gets food from there.
Is Save the Children the Save the Children we all know about?
Yeah, education, literacy.
Yeah, and literacy. That's the
You
one that
send
I
in
did.
a small amount of money and they...
Yeah, I went down to Mississippi because, you know, 1 in 5 kids in America are poor, so it's a grave statistic. And also, literacy is a big thing in this program that I did with Morgan Freeman down in Mississippi and the Surgeon General, because these kids, it's really crazy, Larry. I mean, we discovered years ago, even on our own show, American Idol, that literacy was still a problem in America. You would have thought that one of the richest countries in the world, literacy, I mean, you know, we have all diseases, but literacy, just learning how to read. So we went down and visited that with Save the Children.
You know, I think when we first started talking about doing this, Simon, you said it was, and we all agreed it was important to have the funds benefit, obviously, all the problems, and we have a lot of them right here in our own backyard, as well as abroad and around the country, around the globe.
Was yours, Kara, United Nations Foundation?
Malaria
Oh,
No
yours
More.
was malaria.
And mine was kind of a different thing because I went back to see what the funds had been actually doing. There was one orphanage that we built rooms for people to live in.
And what was in Arizona, Simon?
It was a mobile health clinic. They travel, they bring this like mobile hospital down. If they didn't have the hospital there, they'd have to travel like 3 or 4 hours. So I met the doctors, kids.
How do you raise the money?
Well, basically through the people who watch the show. They donate.
Yeah.
The donations are done right through the program itself.
We start something different this year where we could have people who are watching the show a couple of weeks out from the special that's Wednesday night donate themselves individually. And then, of course, throughout the telecast, on Wednesday nights, a 2-hour broadcast. And throughout the performances, we'll have people be able to call in or text in for donations.
Now, there are performances Wednesday night, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there's emphasis on the charities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where a lot of the money is raised. That I mean, I hosted 2 years ago, I think.
That's right.
2 years ago.
That's right.
And there was a lot of money raised.
That's fantastic. That's you watch for that Wednesday night as America, as one of the great things people who are successful should do, and Idol does it in spades. Idol gives back. Who's performing on the big show Wednesday? Find out after the break.